Well, we are back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we've got one of those challenge events where you need to get a certain score. Let's see if we can place on the leaderboard with only limited free-to-play characters. That means no pulling involved. We're going to go only limited characters, not my own Mayuri, not my own LL, and we're just going to knock it out. Our rotations are a little tighter than the first time you saw the showcase. We've been playing quite a bit. I'd say our comfortability factor, whatever you want to call it, is a bit higher because, again, we have been actually playing, and Nelel, though she continues to hold the team down at this point, much like Aizen, an albatross around the neck of our current DPSs are Aizen and Nelel. I do think that we end up getting a pretty good run in, so yeah, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. A lot of my analytics say currently that the people watching are not all subscribed. A lot of new viewers in here. Gonna be around. I know y'all gonna be around here for Mirror's High. You're gonna want that free-to-play perspective when we play in Mirror's High, right? You're not gonna wanna, because it's a Japanese company. You think Dragon Ball Legends free-to-play friendly? So you think Mirror Ball High Legends is gonna be free-to-play friendly? I don't think so. You're gonna want to be here. You're gonna want to be here when I'm cooking up teams for your account. So go ahead and give me a subscribe, but let's get into it without further ado. This is the, let me just look at it. What is it called? This is the Reforged Blade event taking on this old man Zangetsu. I'll see you there. And we are back in this bit. So the fight is pretty smooth. There are a few little hurdles you can expect to face, a few hits you can take if you're not running the rotation smoothly. And as we know, it is not the smoothest rotation in the world. So we start off with Mayuri. We go charge technique. I like the charge technique. I don't know if it's optimal. I just know it's cool looking. So I'm going to be explaining my rotation, but please rest assured that your rotation that you find, other rotations that people find, could be much, much better. I am not the rotation king or anything. I am not the most optimal player in the world. There are certainly, oh my God, Nelel. There are certainly players who spend a little more time than me, but here we go with our queen who needs all of the time in the world on screen to do anything, taking up our goat's time and dragging us down. I decide to go into my Yuri before dropping the ult just to get the buffs, and bang, we're gonna go. I want to save True Shikai Ichigo's sort of Jujutsu Awakened form, instead going into Nelel to get the most possible buffs up, and then we'll sort of get him during the break. I felt this was optimal personally, and so we should see, there it is. So that looks good right there, a little bit of damage, and boom, 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 we start just mauling this guy. Ah, such a good looking character, man. I think this character is gorgeous. I know people have been, such big damage too. I've seen people say they've had like some problems with him, in terms of just like, not in terms of like him getting hit or anything, but like, or rotations or what have you, but like other things like animations wise. And I don't see that at all personally. I mean, maybe you have expectations that are just higher than mine, but I'm at the point where, I mean, animation like creep, I guess, like, you know, sort of like power creep. Animation creep can only go so high at a time. And I think that I never thought we'd sort of be, we missed that ult right there, so sad. I never really thought we'd be saying that there's maybe a character with a higher animation fidelity than, you know, Ulquieta this soon. But I mean, I'm kind of close to that. Like, I would say that, like, this character is really close. I think right now it's him, Ulquieta, Kenpachi, and Grimjo for me. And I think the more I look at this character, I don't think Grimjo is like third. I think Ulquieta is second or first, and I think this character's first or second, or like 1A, 1B or something like that. Like, I really couldn't call it. I think these characters are gorgeous. I do think that the transformation animation for Ulquieta is just kind of fucking bonkers next level though, so hard to compare. That character does feel like a true half Annie character, and so I get people being like, oh, I expected more but I didn't. I think to even be in that conversation, I think there's a difference between a character being flashy and a character just animating well, and I think this character animates really, really well. And I think those two things are sort of working it out. Like, this is an amazing looking sequence that is being sort of like parodied from the actual, you know, anime. And I think it's being done extremely well. But we are doing 1 billion damage, by the way. I mean, my God, we are cooking this man alive. We are 40 seconds remaining, and we still have so much more damage to do. Again, our baby girl, princess, fucking LL, who needs all of the time in the world on field, is back in to drag our rotations down. We love you. Maybe people who can comment who maybe you watch this channel and you're actually someone who is a low spender, or maybe even like a whale, a dolphin, or what have you. Maybe you can tell me how you feel about this, but do you feel as though Nellel isn't as restrictive at higher dupes? Because I feel like she's particularly restrictive, and I think it's because maybe free-to-plays just don't have her as high as... My God, this guy does a lot of damage in this event. But we are almost at 1 billion, you can see in the top left. And, I mean, 10 seconds to go. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty simple. We are getting some graphical issues there, by the way, on the faces. I wonder what's going on there, but yeah, I guess we'll clock out here and go to the numbers. But I felt pretty good. Pretty simple event, rotations. We'll go over in a little more detail, I guess, later on in the video. But for now, there are the numbers. I'll see you at them. There it is. And there you have it, a nice limited run. You can see limited, 1.63 billion by Ichigo Kurosaki Dual Zangetsu, 470 million by Nellel, and 16 million by Mayuri. I did not really go super hard in my own initial run, purely because I was just trying to get them done. It was late at night, and I wanted to just get the missions finished off, but 2.1 billion with completely limited characters. We'll go over the rest of this setup just to confirm, but we'll go ahead and confirm that now. And so I mean, it's more than possible. It's more than, you know, it's more than simple even. Let's see what we got at the, we can see that I already, like I said, I already collect the rewards from before, but that will confirm every single possible thing you can really get. And where's ranking? How do you... Top 45 on limiteds. Top 45 on limiteds. Pretty cool for our server. Let's see if I see, are other people limited? Yeah, limited Ichigo there. But you know, got limited me here. Anyone else? Non-limited here. You know what I mean? Like, people you limited Ichigo, but then like a toast in there. So very attainable if you want to get your name in a number. But before that, we can go to the affixes I took. I didn't really study anyone's affixes, but you could, you know, take whatever you want. I did Frenzy 2, Secret Technique 4, Expertise 6, Mystique 6, and Menace 6. Feels good to have those fast spiritual pressure breaks. For our downsides, we have taking damage reduces max HP by an additional 2%. I think you shouldn't be getting hit when it comes to this game if you're playing really tight. So I would not want to lose HP when I'm triggering a perfect dodge, because perfect dodge is a powerful mechanic. Enemies deal more damage 30 seconds after the battle begins. You shouldn't be getting hit. And in that case, I would rather have my perfect dodge be the thing that is not affected. So there you have it. You can see all those right there. Nice and smooth though. Not really anything you have to worry about in terms of, oh, it looks like I got my monthly. Nice. There's just a few tiny things to go into now that we're a few days away. And you can see my power is much higher on my own characters than they were for the limiteds. But there's just a few things you need to worry. Sorry, I was grabbing my controller. So the rotation as I currently see it is such. Mayuri ult, right? Ooh, it's a blah 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 Jizu. Technique. Fast switch special attack into him. I like doing the charge. Attack, technique, ult. Right? That's the basic rotation. Go into Nellel, and then baby girl needs all of the special care in the world. So you have to just like, you just have to give her a rotation and a half, sadly. So until she gets ult. I would typically go into the counter attack if you have her at B0. So I would have gone into the counter attack there. But then, you know, we get 2 in. We cancel the animation here. We get another one there. We go ult. This is actually, if you notice, is much faster on this than it was on the limited characters. But we go there, and then again, we just do all the things we did before, right? All blah, 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 hold, blah, 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 ult, and so on and so forth. So, pretty, just put my controller away. Pretty obvious little rotation, and just do that a couple times, and you'll more than certainly get the damage you're looking for, right? But yeah, I got to do these dailies. I got to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you get your missions done. Nice and free to play again. All limited characters. Bankai or Trushika Ichigo is a ton of fun. I love this character so much. And I say this as someone, I've said before, I'm not like a huge Ichigo as a protagonist fan. He's all right. He's all right to me. I think in terms of the shonen protagonist, you know, I'm a Goku enjoyer. Oh my god, my brain is lacking, right? I'm a Thorfinn enjoyer, things like that. So Ichigo is unfortunately just exists in a series where he's not the coolest character. There are a lot of cool characters in Bleach. Tite Kubo is great at creating cool characters. So if I'm saying this character is super cool, trust me, it comes from a place of neutrality. I think he's really fun. I think his animations are great. And yeah, go ahead and go out there, get your Jade, get your fights done before you need to clock into work or school or whatever it may be. And I'll see you next time. Like if you like the video, subscribe to the club, we'll go make it, and peace.